everyone. Welcome to the walkthrough of my January 2018 digital bullet journal. Right now we are on my goodnotes app on my iPad Pro. Um, if you do download this PDF file, you could use it on any PDF editor you might have on whatever tablet you use. And also a bonus, if you do have a Mac computer or a even an iPad like I do, I'm pretty sure even the smaller iPads have the Keynote app. I will have that up for download as well. So you could customize this whole digital bullet journal for whatever you want to use it for, however you want to use it. Um, like I said, I actually use the Keynotes app to make this whole thing. Except for this first page where I have my logo, I hand drawn on the Procreate app. The rest is just typed out on the Keynotes app. But anyway, next page is just a blank page. You could um, duplicate this and put it wherever you like, put whatever you want on it. And here we have the key page. And like I said, if you have the um, like an iPad like I do and you want to use the Keynote file of this version of this to customize before you put it on your GoodNotes app, you could I have the fonts that I use on this file on like in an article which I will link down below. I found them in an article. But yeah, you could even change it to use whatever font you have in your iPad or your MacBook computer. Anyway, next page is the index. A thing about the GoodNotes app though is we already have an index here with, just a thumbnail. And I think that's pretty helpful, but I personally would like to write it down. And here we have the future log. I put a lot of space at the bottom. I only put like 4 months in each page. So there's a lot of space at the bottom for artwork. I would draw something out on Procreate and put it up here. As you can see, you could add images. And yeah, just a tip for beginners out there who are just getting into bullet journaling. Just don't wear yourself out. Don't burn yourself out trying to be too creative and like putting that much pressure on making your bullet journal look perfect, Like just don't stress out because I've done that before where I pretty much gave up because I felt so pressured trying to make it look so pretty, and um whenever I would make a mistake it just sucks. Like I would feel demotivated to even journal, which is like, not the point of journaling. You're trying to be productive and remind yourself and log things that you might want to remember in the future. So just you this whole thing is very minimalistic. This journal is minimalistic. Just use it just use journals to however you want to use it, like just to make yourself productive first before you try to be creative and make it perfect. So but the good thing about for me is with digital uh digital journaling is that I could add stickers, downloadable stickers on this thing, or like make it myself. You could add images as well to make it look pretty. So yeah, like it's there are those easy options to make it look nicer on it, a digital approach, which is why I chose to migrate into digital journaling. So yeah, here we have the future logs and 2018 goals and wish lists. Again, if you have the Keynote app, you could edit any of these things, these fonts, to say whatever you like. And here we have January, just a whole mash of different different bullets to do. Um, Here we have the calendar and the check-in. There's about like 12 slots for you to check in whatever you want to compare to, from last month to the next, whatever you want to keep track of, like weight, um, debt, savings, whatever you might want, measure different measurements, and goals. The page. I made landscape. This landscape uh, journaling. I like doing my journaling in a landscape form because I could mash all of these together so that I could look at everything all at once, like this goals and wish list. They're together, and like the goals and the moods, something I want to do every day, like the moods, I want to do that every day. So if it's all in one page, I'm not skipping any page. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I remember when I used to journal on paper, I would skip, I won't I would forget to do some pages and like for a while, so I would forget to fill them in. And this way I have my goals here, which would like every time I do my moods, let's say I'm feeling, I feel sick, and like, but for some reason, or feel sick or bored or lethargic, but for some reason, let's say, like I read my goals here, and it would help me feel inspired, and like feel inspired and motivated to do something. But yeah, that's should just erase that. That's why I chose to put all of these things together to remind me, to keep reminding myself to do them, to fill them in, or be reminded of them. And also like books to read. That's personally, that's my goal for this year, is to read more books. I haven't been reading. I have like 26 physical books that I've hoarded from every time I walk into Home Sense. For some reason, I walk out with like two books at least. And like I buy books here and there whenever I'm in an airport. And yeah, here we have the daily gratitude page for January. I want to write down um, what I'm thankful for at the end of the night, and then be have like the ideas here. Like I said, that's why I chose the landscape view, is so that I have two things that go together that I could see all at once. Like I write something I'm thankful for uh at the end of the night, and I see my ideas on the left side here, and I would feel inspired by them, you know? And here we have the to-do list and the weekly spread. And I pretty much just divided this whole page for each day here, just for journaling or whatever you might want to do here. Anyway, we'll switch over to the Keynotes app, my Keynotes app here. So yeah, like I said, you could edit this, and you could change into whatever you might want to call it. You could duplicate pages. You could even do that on the goodnotes app. Perhaps whatever PDF editor you're using this whole thing on would allow you to do that. I'm pretty sure a lot of like writing apps allow that. um, and here we have, if you want to do, let's say we're getting into February, because I've only done it up to like January 8th so far because I'm lazy. I think I will definitely, once we get to next, to the after the first week of January, or even before that, I will upload the next week uh, on somewhere to just to update it so you could add it onto your GoodNotes app. The good thing about the GoodNotes app is you could import below or above here. And there's also another way to do it. Let's say, okay, let's just make a new page. Let's say we're at February. I'll show you guys how easy it is to edit this and continue bullet journal as you go, uh, as you keep journaling, right? So here, let's go say changes to February. Whoops. Feb. Okay. And we are gonna delete this. And all the months are here. And you can just copy that table. Copy. Put it there. And line it up. There we go. And let's say, let's do this page. Let's copy. Okay, let's say, I don't know, if you guys want me to make a tutorial on how to make bullet journals or journal or whatever forms on the Keynotes app, because this is all I use pretty much to make this whole thing. So let's edit this. Let's say this is 10 January 10 right here. 9. Okay, so it's gonna be a bit complicated. We're gonna move this back so we could access these two letters here, which we're gonna change this S into a T and this M into a W. Is that right? That's right. Right. And then we select the table again and move it to the front. There we go. And just a tip, if you are using it this way, we're gonna copy this, you're gonna have to make a new presentation. So just copy these pages onto the next presentation. Okay, so we'll delete this. Okay. And GoodNotes app. Okay, we are on the last page, and here I'll just, export it to GoodNotes, and you'll import below, and here we have it. those 2 page we just edited and made. So yeah, that's like an easy way for me to like bullet journal. Pretty much whenever I had to write these by hand on a bullet journal, just like my forearm just hurts so much, and just doing it this way is just makes it so much easier. And I could still practice writing this way, my doing it on my iPad. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this walkthrough, and I hope you guys enjoyed the bullet journal file. And yeah, Happy New Year!